Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Anonymous, and in this channel, we talk about gang stalking, we talk about manipulation, we talk about confusion, and the purpose of this channel is to help us understand what gang stalking is about, the reality of it, and in my experiences, opinions, and expressions in regard to gang stalking. Now, in this video, I want to talk to you about about connection. So, literally, right now, I got disconnected. The previous two videos that I was doing, where I'm talking about being able to disconnect, I was actually connected. The entire time, I was hearing voices. The entire time, I felt that someone was like listening to what I was talking about. When I was connected, hearing voices is normal. Fighting the voices within my head is normal. And knowing, well, actually, I didn't know. I kind of knew that when you hear voices or echoes of voices, that means that I am connected. However, it is incredibly hard to differentiate. Well, the state of confusion and when you're getting gang stalked is so intense that the voices actually are normal. I play with them, I change them, but I am literally stuck in my thoughts. And it just, that's just what it is. I was literally navigating my thoughts, trying to think of something more pleasant. But I was still connected. And I didn't realize it. When that's the hard thing is that I was unable to differentiate it. Now, I am trying to analyze exactly what it is to not be connected. And let me tell you, when you are not connected, you are here in the present. And right now, I quite literally feel like a force trying to pull me back, trying to pull my consciousness back somewhere where it gets lost in thoughts and ideas and in anything that has to do with gang stalking. Now, I am not sure if I'm not sure if give me 1 second. Like right now, I'm trying to talk and I still hear remnants of the voices. So that typically means that I am getting connected again as I am making these videos. And as I'm talking, I am trying to keep my consciousness here. It's really crazy because you start hearing things and I kind of and I know that they're produced by my mind. That is why I can actually manage to stay here right now, because I am not confused again, where I can differentiate between here and not here. It's intense. It's incredibly confusing. And I didn't realize that I woke up connected. It is not about controlling the thoughts. It is not about controlling the voices. It makes connection a lot less awful and significantly more bearable. But the entire time, I was literally fighting to think about what to think about, and I was literally just lost in my thoughts. Like, I was able to make these videos, but the entire time I was lost in thought. It's crazy because someone can be connected, lost in thought, having an awful time. However, from the outside, you will never notice it. You simply won't. It's the person is gone. And and only it's they are literally lost in their thoughts. Like, I'm not sure how to explain it, but I was here making these videos, and I was I was in another world when that happened. I was literally hearing voices. I knew that there were like people. I even answered back to one of them. And that's the thing, is that when you are getting connected, you should never say anything out of place, anything mean, because you never know if you're actually talking to someone or not. If it's only a voice created by your mind. And let me tell you, the hallucinations, the auditory voices are still harassing me in a way that is trying to like connect me. So like you get connected by by your own hallucinations. Like, they keep you there. It's insane. I have no idea. Well, I kind of have an idea of how I am gonna stay connected or disconnected, which is not letting go and keeping myself put together. Never allow anyone to rush me to do anything, but to stay here. One thing that I know that will help me, or at least another technique that I'm gonna try to develop, is actually just keeping the right posture. Is keeping the right posture. Now, when I was connected, I was literally every sound, everything, absolutely everything was making me, my mind was interpreting everything as like something related to gang stalking. A voice that I would hear, I would think they're talking to me. A scream, I wouldn't know where it was coming from, because I would look outside and I would hear the voice clear as water, but I would look outside and no one would be there. So I feel that it is, and that the fact that I have been connected for so long, and for so long that I literally forgot what it is to be here. Yesterday, I was able to actually experience what it was, the moment where everyone is trying to connect me. Yesterday, I was literally the whole morning not connected. And they were trying incredibly hard. But, you know, now that I think about it, the entire time, the entire time, I'm not sure like right now I'm starting to hear them. It's crazy. I feel like that's almost like the welcome, welcome to connection. Um, and that might be it. It is an actual like thing that I have to do, that I have to like stay here. Now, one thing that I want to tell you is I actually saw when I was connected. So the connection is not immediate. It's not instant. There's a spectrum of fully connected, which is what I was, and not connected at all. Right now, I am a little bit. I'm more disconnected than connected, but I'm still slightly connected. And I can tell you that because I hear, um, when a sound comes out, my brain starts to like decipher it as "shut the fuck up." You know, I should be able to stay here and not interpret anything as other than what it is. Hearing whispers, hearing voices, hearing anything is not normal. Period. And it is just really hard because um, it's just really hard because there is a line that is blurry. If I'm here or am I not here, it's and it sometimes is, I don't know. I feel that I am disconnected because I have control of my mind, but I still hear voices. I still have suspicions that someone is like behind me or something. I still, you know, my brain still interprets normal noises as whatever, as the phrases that gang stalkers use. Now, it during connection, all of those things are normal. Now, I want to. It's really hard to like actually make sense of this because when gang stalking started, it was just people doing things to confuse you. A lot of a lot of a lot of people doing things to confuse you. Now, I cannot differentiate if it was just my perception of things now, of people confusing me, or if it was actually, well, I was confused into not being able to distinguish what is real and what isn't. It is now my energy is not actually spent on controlling my mind. My energy now, I'm gonna spend it on staying here. There are When you're connected, you're you're kind of lost. It's crazy. Um, and I feel like now I have a grasp of what it is to stay here in the present. It is incredibly hard to distinguish because when you are literally connected, you are unable to see what is obvious. You're unable to see things for what they are, but you see a different representation of them. And yeah, you're literally unable to distinguish between being here and not. It is almost like there was an overlay of a reality. I mentioned the overlay of reality a long time ago, and now I can more clearly understand it, and I can more clearly explain it to you. By overlay of reality, it is that you're actually, well, if you do not know what an overlay is where there is an image and then you put something on top of it, a filter, a tone, an effect, and then you place it on top of the image, and then it modifies the image to something that you want. Gang stalking or being connected is like an overlay on your senses, an overlay on your reality, an overlay on even the way that you think, on the way that you manage yourself, um, and even on what you smell. And when using an overlay, the the picture, the the real picture, the one underneath the overlay, is the same. It has not changed one bit. But once you put an overlay on top of it, it can completely change the image. It can block it. It can make it darker. It can add things. However, it cannot subtract them. It is the same with being connected, where it is an overlay on reality because the world keeps functioning exactly as it should. Nothing changes. But there's an overlay over your senses. So the overlay pretty much is the confusion. So before a sound gets to your consciousness, it goes to the overlay, and the overlay modifies the sound as the overlay indicates. So it is still a reality, but it is a modified reality. And everyone, and you or me, the target, is the only one that has the overlay put on their reality. Everyone else has a normal reality. Um, it is interesting and it is frightening at the same time because the world is running as it should. But many of us are living a complete nightmare while living while living a complete nightmare. And no one who is not a gang stalker will ever know. You might wonder, how is it that this can be done to someone? You know, and again, I can tell you because I have been awake while it's happening. They confuse you, they get you tired, and they can manipulate you into behaving in a manner that is self destructive. They manipulate you into using more drugs, into staying up, into not resting, into doing things that are actually harmful to you with the sole purpose of making you tired, of making you negate your well being. And guess what? When you are connected, you will appear like you're a crazy person. You will appear like you have gone crazy. But no one ever questions, how did that person become crazy? Let me tell you, it takes a disgusting and brutal amount of harassment and confusion and mistreatment and abuse in order for someone to become crazy. And I'm not sorry. I don't feel sorry for myself. And I would lie to you if I would tell you that I'm thankful because it gives me a purpose. You know, it fucking sucks, to be honest. And this is pretty much the only thing I can do to make it suck less. And hopefully making something out of it that makes all the harassment, all the abuse worth living or worth experiencing. See, now, when I hear those sounds, I don't think that is someone following me or listening to what I say. It is only a passing thought. It is a possibility. But it is a very minuscule possibility. When you're connected, it is highly likely that that's what it is. Well, thank you so much for watching. In my next video, I'm going to share with you more about this overlay of reality on your of another reality on your senses. All right, so thank you guys so much for watching. Wish me luck today at work. I will do my best to not connect. Bye.